So I've been really excited about bringing you this video. This video is basically going to be talking about my planner setup for 2018, what I did in 2017 that I will not be doing in 2018, some of the good things that I picked up and some of the things that I just didn't roll with this year. So as some of you may or may not know, I've been using the Cocoa Daisy planner pages inside my kikki.K A5 planner. Cocoa Daisy is something I found earlier this year and it's totally adorable. And what I've done is in my gold kikki.K, I had January to July filled up, and then when that was filled up, I moved into my Vanskap kikki.K A5, and we're now in the month of October, and yeah, that's been going really good. My only problem has been, number one, the cost, and number two, the sheer amount of paper that is left over every month. So let me just show you. I started off buying the full planner kits for the first 3 months on subscription. So I've got January, February, and March that I bought full everything. So the planner pages, the TN note, the traveler notebooks, the stickers, the paper clips, the everything, the total everything. They came to about $65 each month, and it was a lot of money that I was spending. Then after that, I dropped to the next 6 months. I did just the planner pages. So these are just I'll show you. What happened was that I was ending up with a lot of paper left over. So basically what happens when I first get my planner pages, I'll show you for the month of October, I usually end up with, start off with the divider for the month. I then have the month out of view. I then have this forward planning for the year, and then I start with my weeks. So week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and that is all the pages that I use. All the other daily pages, they get left in their pouch that I usually get. So for example, this is September's. So basically with September, it wasn't one of my favorites, so I didn't hardly got any add-ons. This is all the paper that I paid for that I'm never ever going to use ever again in my life. This is the free downloadables that we get that I just wasn't very inspired in September. September was a very busy time for me, and I just let a lot of things slide in September. So what I have before me now is 1 year almost of paper that I'm never going to use, because these are all daily papers that I really don't do dailies. Weeklies are better for me. So I've got all this paper that I don't know what to do with. It is beautiful paper. I love Cocoa Daisy to the nth degree, but at the end of the day, I am buying things that I'm just never ever going to be using. I'm not saying that I'm never going to use them. I am going to have to repurpose them, and I'm going to make a few projects with them. I'm going to have to, because I've got paper that I paid for that I don't want to throw out. I'm never going to throw it out. But what I'm trying to say is I won't be using them in my planner plans. So I had to find another alternative to Cocoa Daisy. So very sad to say that I did stop my subscription, and October was the last kit that I was ever going to get from Cocoa Daisy. So after I made that really hard decision, I was left with a big hole in my heart. And I was thinking, what am I going to do instead? I was walking by Kmart one day and I saw this planner, and I love black and white horizontal. Look, black and white horizontal is just my favorite. and I had a look, they'd had their planners out, and I had a look at the way this was set up, and it wasn't too bad. So it had the yearly plan looking like this, and then it started off each week straight away. Now, 1 week, 2, I like that it has all these weeks. And then it just goes straight into February. There are no dividers between the month. There's no place for you to just recap or whatever. So this is not my favorite. This cost me $5. So this is $5 from Kmart. It is a lot different from this one. So this is what I bought in 2017. This is not my planner. This is my exercise planner and my kind of design team idea planner. So I don't like spiral bound. These are not my favorite, but I did buy it because I was able to categorize whatever I was doing in contained sections. So I actually have recently been using this as my exercise planner. So where I am doing my exercise, I'm putting it in, words of motivation, etc., etc. So I was thinking that perhaps this, I'm going to use this planner as next year's exercise book for me. But I was walking by Typo and I saw this beautiful baby, and I was drawn to it. I love Prima flowers, and I love florals in general, and I know people think that that's old style, but I'm sorry, that's just me. So I saw this and I was like, ooh, I like it. I like that, number one, comparing it to my old KKK, look how much smaller it is. And although I promised myself that I was going to use my KKK for life, I'm sad to say that my KKK has been replaced. I don't know. I just like how small this is. This is really beautiful. I love how there's little things here, so you can, if you want to, put your, you know, your cards and whatnot in here, if you so choose. That looks good. And I also like how this is contained in one, like there's no pages, like all that loose paper was killing me. There was just so much paper and I don't know where to store it, and I don't know how to, anyway. So I like how the entire year is all here in the one area, and look how small it is. It's great. And although part of what I loved about Cocoa Daisy was every month seeing a new design, every month waiting for some happy mail, I like the idea of having December already here and already paid for. This cost me $29.99 from Typo. I used my 20% coupon, so I got it for $23.99. And I mean, compared to the cost of the pages was, I think it was $11, and then I was paying another $11 in shipping. So when I converted that 22 US dollars, I was still paying about $30 for every month. And I paid $23 for the entire year for this. So it kind of made sense to stop that luxury and go with something sensible. I also like how, you know, I can buy another book next year, even though, oh no, it doesn't say 20, oh yes, it does, it says 2018 here, but you know, what can you do? That's okay. So, yeah, so, and the best thing I liked about this, and this is how this won me over the Kmart one, so if we look at the format of this one, so it's the usual, so it's got January's calendar, which is my month to a view, which I love, and you've got a spot here to put what to look out for. I love how it has the week to a view here, and then when we come to the next month, the month ends here, you've got your note for recaps, you've got your area here, and then you've got a fresh start here in February. So if you are to add tabs to the side here, you can. So every different month will be contained within a section, which I love best. So I'm so happy to say that I can't wait for January to start using my Typo planner. Yay! Now, as I was looking, look what I came across, and I couldn't not buy this. Number one, Alice, she rocks. This is how much smaller it is. I think this is an A6. Oh, I'm so bad with those. But that's the difference in the size. Kiki K, A5, A6. Could that be an A7? I'm not sure. I'll put the dimensions below if you're interested. But let me show you this one. Number one, it's hardback. So for me, that's strange. Hardback doesn't sit very well. If you compare it to, these are all like soft, so they sit flat, whereas hardbacks sort of, you've got to train it, which is fine, no big deal. And let me look at this. It's just so pretty. I love it. And it does the same thing here. So you've got, and I love how it's undated, so we'll use it in 2020, whenever you want. And you can start putting in your dates whenever they fall on the month that you start on. So you've got your month at a view, then you've got that beautiful week to a glance, which is just my all-time favorite. And then you can keep on going, keep on going. I love how Saturday and Sunday are divided here. Some planners don't do that. They just slash and that's it. And then you're on to your next month here. And you start again. You can use your stickers, you can use your washi. I love how it's a small size. I had already made up my mind that this was going to be what I was going to do in 2018, but I couldn't resist the fact that I wanted to have the Alice theme, plus the fact that it was undated just made it, I can use it whenever I wanted. So that is going to be hopefully my planner setup for 2018. What are you going to be using in 2018? I'd love to hear what you have planned. Are you sticking with what you did in 2017, or are you going to be changing it around? Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. I'll see you in my next video.